From beautiful Montmagny, Quebec, 14 amazing athletes are ready to take on the challenge of 10 historic events in the tradition of the strongest man in history, Louis Cyr. It's Fortissimus 2009. I'm Steve Besner, and alongside me calling the action is professional strength coach, Super Sam Dubé.
A pleasure and an honor to be here again, Steve, for part 4 of this championship of championships. You've got the world's strongest man, you've got the Arnold Classic, and then you've got the greatest strongman contest of all, Fortissimus. If aliens want to experiment on the strongest man on Earth, they'd be abducting these 14 men, one who will be crowned the strongest man on Earth.
And let's check the leaderboard after 5 events. The big Z Savickas continues to lead. He's followed by Pauндстон, Shaw, Ортмаер, Kokляев, Fortissimus, Pfister, and Hollins.
They're rounded out by Jean, Kazalmix, Felix, Marco Boyer, and Savoie. They come from all corners of planet Earth, Steve. Let's hear what they have to say.
I'd just like to say something about all the other competitors. Anybody with the guts to come to Fortissimus is all right in my book. You know, they know it's hard. Everybody's seen the weights. They know the events. So anybody gets on the plane and they actually step foot off of that plane, they're good. They're good, and I'm really looking forward to competing with my friends again.
Savickas. This is Philip Pfister. I'm Derek Boyer.
I'm Mark Felix.
Terry Hollins. I'm Brian Shaw.
Christian Savoie. My name is Derek Pauндстон.
And you're watching Fortissimus. 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 Fortissimus 2009.
And we're ready for event number 6, the Inukshuk Husafel Medley Challenge.
Wow, I'm really excited about this event, Steve. It's a 4-part event, and it consists of lifting barrels, small and large, as well as a Husafel replica and the Inukshuk manhood stone.
And we begin the event with Mark Felix.
Now, here are the 4, I shouldn't say small barrels, they're medium-sized barrels. They start at 225, they go to 250, 275, 300 pounds. They have to be carried over a distance of 3.5 meters and put onto that platform.
He's got a few up now.
90 seconds to complete the course. So there goes the 4th barrel. Mark Felix from Grenada, former Britain's strongest man.
He's off to a great start, Sam. Looks like he's in the 2nd level now.
Here's the first of the 2 large barrels, 400 pounds, followed by the second at 425 pounds.
Wow, unbelievable weights these guys are lifting.
You have to see the athletes have to pace themselves a little bit here too, because this is a longer event, 90 seconds in duration.
Now, looks like he had to position that a little better.
What is that over there, Steve? That is the Husafel replica, named after the famous Icelandic manhood stone. The difficulty is its size. It's 400 pounds, and you can't wrap your arms around it.
So it's the size. 400 pounds, no problem, but the size is the key, right?
I didn't quite say that.
That's great, though. Look, he's moving well with it.
Now, you want to get the stone up as high as you can. He did a good job there. That was a 15-meter course. What's next is the Inukshuk manhood stone.
Well, he seems to be pretty happy with what he's done so far, Sam. Did he decide to stop?
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't want to even attempt the Inukshuk.
He forgot about it, but there it is.
Now, the Inukshuk is named after the Inuit Inukshuk stones that mimic the shape of a man on the horizon giving direction. Look, he's got it off the ground, 425 pounds.
That's quite a stone, and he does 7 implements in 62.9 seconds.
Yeah, he's exhausted here. How did the stone feel?
Oh, it feels good. I think someone got a record. You know, I just think I would last one to the shoot. I'm sure I get it up.
And our next competitor is Travis Ортмаер.
Travis Ортмaer is very, very good with stones. Let's see what he can do to these barrels here. There's 225.
No problem with the first one, Sam.
These guys manhandle 225 pounds. Here's 250.
We're talking about these weights as if they're nothing, but that's 250 pounds.
You're talking about them like they're nothing.
Yeah, well.
I know they're nothing. You want to throw a party with beer? Get these guys to hoist the kegs for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe that's where they get their practice. Watch this, why they're so good at it.
Here's the 300-pounder. Now he's got to go for the 2 large barrels, 400 and 425 pounds. So the implements are getting increasingly heavy and more awkward to lift.
Here you can see a little bit of struggling, but I would hope so with 400 pounds.
And oftentimes it's not so much the weight, Steve, it's the shape of the weight. So
right, how easy it is to lift.
Yeah, exactly. So you see that 400 pounds, I mean, this guy can power clean 400 pounds.
He did a great job getting him up there.
On a bar. Now watch the Husafel stone here. He's going to try and keep it high on his chest. The guy spent a great deal of time looking at the implements, trying to figure out how to lift them.
Right.
You know, especially the Inukshuk. We spent a great deal of time standing there trying to figure out what was, you know, the best way to get it onto the platform. Good technique here.
Good job there. Now it's the big one.
You know, we talk about their strength, but we often don't talk about their cardio. These guys actually have very good cardio for their muscle mass.
Could he be the first one to pick up the Inukshuk and get it on the platform, Sam?
See, now the lower you put your arms, the less you have to lift it up, in a sense. He's got his arms very high on it, and it's actually very wide.
How much does height play a role in this?
It does play a role. Long arms also help.
And he wasn't able to do it, but he does 7 in 62.87 seconds.
You were so close to lifting that Inukshuk.
I couldn't tell if I was close or not on it. No idea where I was. I don't know, it felt all right, but then I bumped the platform and I went to hell after that.
You know that Magnus Magnuson said, in strongman there are no winners, only survivors. And after years of struggling in strongman and being amongst the best, you know, for 8 years and occasionally edging them out here and there in an event or two, it was really gratifying, it was really validating to finally win the title of World's Strongest Man in 2006. And then the greatest feeling that I had was just a big sense of relief, you know. I finally made it to the top, at least once.
And here's 2006 champion Phil Pfister.
That's right. Phil Pfister was the first American to win the World's Strongest Man contest since Bill Kazmaier did it. The legendary Bill Kazmaier Kaz. Look at him. He, like I said before, he's got that raw bone strength. He's a big, big man, broad shoulders, 6'6", 350 pounds.
He's a man on a mission, Sam.
Absolutely.
He's determined.
300-pound keg. A little bit of a slip there.
Okay, no harm done.
Pfister has one of the biggest frames that you'll see on a man.
He's moving. He's in the second level now.
Here comes the 400-pound barrel. These things are filled usually with cement.
Jeez.
We have to put very dense material in them in order to get that weight up. Here's 425.
Wow, struggling a little bit, but he's got it. There it is.
And he goes for the Husafell stone. Now, Phil's attempted Husafell replicas in the past. He's got experience with this. See how low he puts his arms?
Oh, yeah, he's got the technique.
He's holding it in his hands. That's how strong this guy is.
He could be the first guy to do it. Judging from the way he's moving so far with these implements.
Well, he's really using just brute strength to hang on to that Husafell stone. He gets it for the 15 meters.
And here comes the Inukshuk.
You see, he's wearing some forearm guards. Those are allowed. They're just to protect you from abrasions. Look at that.
Okay, come on, Phil.
Look at that. He's got one end up.
Oh, look at that.
He
could do it.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
He's done it.
Phil Pfister does it. 87.71 seconds.
He gets the Inukshuk manhood stone. Watch the technique here, Steve. His stature does help. He gets one side up, kind of a seesaw technique here, inches that up, and then pressures the rest of the stone onto the platform.
And let's see if Brian Shaw can duplicate Pfister's feat.
Brian is an even bigger man at nearly 6'9". He hasn't hit the 400-pound mark yet, but I guarantee you he will within the next 6 months.
Well, he'll get to the 400-pound implement sooner than that.
Well, right now he's lifting the 275. Here comes the 300-pound barrel. And as I mentioned to you before, stature does help on a lot of these events. More so on these loading type of events where height is required to get them onto the podia.
Well, let's see. Pfister has set the bar a little higher, doing all 8 implements.
And Brian Shaw is just such a classy guy, let me tell you. You're just so friendly, so soft-spoken, just really well-spoken, too. Only 27 years old. Here comes the Husafell stone. This is where longer arms come into play. So he's got a good grip on that. He's moving very well. The thing about the Husafell stone is the pressure on your chest. You can't breathe. Oh, he carried that 15 meters like it was nothing.
He's rolling. He's certainly had no problem up to this point.
Now, he's seen it lifted before, so that gives a tremendous psychological incentive.
He knows it can be done.
Someone's done it. I can do it. Watch this. Look at that. He's
got it up. And it looks like he's going to do it as well. He does. In 69.56 seconds.
That's the time to beat. Look at that.
Man, this crowd has been awesome. And I'll tell you what, all of the guys, especially me, appreciate it. Definitely, it makes us work harder. And, thanks for coming out for sure.
best time there.
And here's the Big Z, Savickas.
The most decorated strength athlete of the modern age, Zdrunas Savickas. 17 years as a professional on the circuit, a world-class strongman for uncounted years.
And he's currently in first place, Sam, trying to hold on to his position.
This guy is just strong all over. Technically speaking, very sound, incredibly strong everywhere, no major weaknesses.
He is the pride of Lithuania.
He's the pride of planet Earth.
Well, he's certainly done well in every event so far in this competition, and the crowd is behind him.
Originally, he was trained as a teacher. I believe he worked as a teacher for some time. He's here with his lovely wife.
He's sort of jogging to each thing, so he's still got a lot of energy.
He, too, has attempted the Husafell replica on numerous occasions. He's got it up now.
Has a good grip on the Husafell.
See how high he's carrying it? And it's almost walking like you're doing a Sisyphus walk, a sissy squat walk here.
And look at the experience of this man. No stress. He's pacing himself.
He's seen the Inukshuk lifted. He knows in his heart he can do this. Look at it. Very easy. Pops it onto the platform.
He threw it up there. Easy for the Big Z. 68.5 seconds.
A beautiful time for Big Z. That's really going to help him maintain his lead.
Zdrunas, rumor has it that you skipped the Arnold Classic. Why did you do that?
I compete 17 years in a row and no holidays. I have a few months for rest, just this case.
So you just wanted to come to Fortissimus and win, right?
It's my first international competition this year.
And let's watch Derek Pauндstone. He is currently second in this competition. Must be a good guy. We expect him to do well here.
Yeah, the thing is the pressure is on Derek as the defending champion. He wasn't happy with his very first event. That was the power stairs, and he's been chasing Big Z ever since.
He's got to try to beat Big Z in this event. Has to try to beat the 68.5 seconds and do all 8 implements.
You know, it was known that it would probably come down to Big Z and Derek here, and it's definitely coming to pass. Derek, though, is a real trooper. He is a police officer, the world's strongest police officer, and currently the strongest man on earth.
Well, I guess that teaches him discipline, and you need a lot of discipline in these events.
Moving so well that Husafell stone. Look at the way he just manhandles that stone.
Yeah, he's tossing the Husafell.
And he's attacking it, the Inukshuk.
So he's got to get the Inukshuk, and he's got to, again, beat 68.5.
Yeah,
Let's see what he can do.
Consistently beat Zdrunas on the remaining event. Look at that. He kicks it with a leg.
He's got it up there.
Amazing technique.
Let's check the time. 59.13.
He wins that event.
Super job.
That's the best time by far, I think. Let's take a look. Watch the technique here, Steve, okay? He actually leans back. He's of shorter stature, and he compensates by kicking the Inukshuk, 425 pounds, with his right thigh. Look at that, using his hip flexors. What technique?
Derek, that was fantastic. 59.13 seconds. You beat Zdrunas' time, set a new world record in this event. How does it feel?
Oh, that's more like it. I'm back. Mine!
And finally, Derek Pauндstone wins an event. He gets 14 precious points. He's followed by Savickas, Shaw, Kokляев, Pfister, Holland, Savoie, and Ортмаer.
Nous, Philippe Jean, champion canadien des athlètes de force. Vous écoutez Fortissimus 2009.
Fortissimus. Text your friends. Tell them you're watching Fortissimus here on TSN. And we start with event number 7, the hip and thigh backlift.
Steve, this is a classic lift from the time of Louis Cyr. The athletes have to position themselves underneath a massive weight, put their hands on their thighs, and press upwards, attempting to lift the weight off the ground. Louis Cyr allegedly did 4,337 pounds in 1895 in Boston in a human backlift.
Well, quite a challenge for these guys ahead. We start with Derek Boyer.
Now, the heights for the individual athletes were measured prior to the event, so that height should not be, the athlete's height should not be a problem here. They're all roughly lifting the same extension for their body type.
And 909 kilos is the first weight. Is that right, Sam?
That's right. It's about 2,000 pounds.
Okay, we've got Jimmy Marcoux up now.
Now, this event was contested last year as well, Steve, and it does look to me like the trestle is lower. They have to lift the weight higher this year.
Wow, so more to lift and more of a distance to lift it, I guess.
There is a little implement at the bottom that comes off the ground, and it's very obvious to the referees when the entire weight is lifted.
Wow, what an effort put on by Jimmy. And now we've got Mark Felix.
So the athletes basically are competing in a last man standing event.
This is a tough event for them. You can see it. They don't have to move too far, but it's a tremendous effort they have to do to get this thing up.
The hands have to stay on the thighs. They cannot drift down to the knees. This is one of the conditions of this classic lift.
Again, a lot of rules to follow. You don't notice it, but they're there. Can't do it, doesn't do it, and concedes. The weight got him there.
That's 2,000 pounds at the shoulder.
And we've got Terry Hollins giving it a shot now.
Due to the law of the lever, the weight in the back there is actually closer to 8,000 pounds.
It's unbelievable. He can't do it. Very tough for these guys.
There's Marcel Mostert from the Netherlands, our head referee. Loads of international experience in refereeing these contests.
He had some time left, gave it a shot, couldn't do it.
We also have Ilkka Kanunian from Finland as our assistant head referee.
Okay, and here's Phil Pfister.
And he gets it.
He does.
But he's holding it. I don't think he heard the whistle.
Wow, he did it and he held it. He looks a little bit confused. He wasn't sure.
Yeah, he said he couldn't hear the whistle. That's what happened.
There it is. He's the first guy to get it. And here's Agris Kazelniks.
It's now 1,009 kilograms.
Wow, and he does it.
So I'm here with Magnus Vermagnusson, four-time world's strongest man, originally from Iceland. Magnus, you're one of the officials. It's a contest. What do you think of Fortissimus 2009?
Oh, this is a tough one. This is heavy, hard, and whoever wins here must be the strongest.
You heard it from the legendary Magnus Ver, multi-time world's strongest man.
And here's Christian Savoy. He's trying 1,009 kilograms. And he does it. Wow, quickly.
Wow, that's a tremendous lift. Here's Mikhail Kokляев.
And also at the 1,009 weight, let's see if he does it as well. Great job.
Very happy. This is a very, very difficult lift. It's almost isometric in that you're hardly moving the weight at all, but it's a tremendous load, huge amount of axial pressure.
And we're at 1,109 kilograms, and Louis-Philippe Jean's going to give it a shot. He does it. Unbelievable.
He gets it.
Great job by Louis-Philippe Jean.
You can see he's wearing tight knee wraps and belt in a suit. He's a little discombobulated right now.
Oh.
There's Travis Ортмаер.
He's getting set. And here he goes, 1,109 kilogram weight. Gets it up and does it, and he's a happy man.
Wow, when you think about the weight on the shoulders.
Here's Phil Pfister. Trying again the 1,109 kilogram weight.
It's interesting. I tell you, this is a lot deeper than last year. Some of these guys are really approaching that parallel squat position.
He's given it everything he has, Sam. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. Gave it the yeoman's effort. Not to be this time.
There.
Here's Kokляев.
1,109 kilograms. It's about 2,500 pounds, Steve.
He's given it everything he has. Let's see if he can do it. It's a big weight, Sam.
It's over 1 ton at the shoulders.
Oh, you say 1 ton doesn't sound so bad. Well, he gave it a good shot, didn't do it, though.
I'm not talking about Chinese food here, man.
There you go. And here's Brian Shaw. Also,
look at that. He gets it.
Look at that. Wow. He does it easily.
And this is what I mean by relative height shouldn't matter in this event because they're positioning it for an amount of extension.
So there you go. And here's Savickas.
Very upright position here. A lot of leg, a lot of thigh.
Let's see if he can do the weight.
It's almost a hack lift here for the Big Z.
And he does it.
Well done.
Great job by the Big Z.
You also talk about how painful it is to have that shoulder support on the shoulder support. It's very painful because it's practically horizontal.
Are they wearing any pads in their shoulders, Sam? Or?
Only the pads of their massive trapezius muscle, Steve.
And Derek Pounsdown now must tie the Big Z in this one, and he does it.
He gets it, 2,500 pounds.
No problem for Derek.
You see how desperate they are to get the belt off, eh? Because the belt's very, very tight. It increases your intra-abdominal pressure. The blood pressure of these guys jumps to 500 over 400.
Wow, unbelievable. We're at 1,209 kilograms for Louis-Philippe Jean.
Impressive. Look, he gets it. Oh,
and
my God.
He does it. Great job by Louis-Philippe Jean. Wow.
That is incredible.
Wow, that's a surprise. The fans are excited for him. He's a happy man.
Here's Travis Ортмаер.
Let's see if Travis can do it at 12:09.
Straining away.
Oh, he's straining. Doesn't happen for Travis. Just too much weight for him on this day. And here's Derek Poundstone. He's trying 12:09.
Derek uses a lot of back here to get this. Look at his technique. Very different than the Big Z's.
Wow, look at the strain in his face, Sam. Well, don't say these guys aren't trying.
It is so hot in here. It is so humid. It's well over 30 degrees in here, and the humidity percentage is very, very high. This is taking its toll on the competitors, and the fact that this is the 7th event, too. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. He's got 30
some
seconds
time left.
Derek, you went for all the marbles there after missing the 2750, I believe. You went for the win with 3,000. You gave it your all.
I tried. That's 2750s, 50 pounds below what I got last year. So, you know, I'm stronger this year, but I guess there's nothing left in the tank.
Now let's see what Brian Shaw can do at this 12:09 weight.
Wow, what an effort there. Didn't quite get it.
Hasn't gotten it yet. A little bit of time left. Tough to go back a second time, though, Sam.
He is so strong. He's doing so well in this contest for such a young age. Look at that effort.
So close.
You know, this is so hard because you push with your hands, and when you push with your hands, you have a tendency not to push as hard with your legs. So
doesn't happen for him. But here's the Big Z.
Look at that, inching his way up.
And he does it.
He gets it. He ties
Doesn't disappoint the fans.
He and Jean get the 12:09.
As you said, Sam, we have a tie for first place between Jean and Savickas. They're followed by Shaw, Poundstone, Ортмаер, Kokляев, Savoie, and Kazelniks.
I'm Derek Boyer, and I represent Australia. And you're watching Fortissimus 2009.
And there's the strongest madman on the planet, event number 8 after this on TSN.
It's a great honor to be chosen as one of the 14 strongest men on earth. It's a great honor to be here, and I'm looking forward to the battle.
And Thunder is ready for event number 8, the Louis Cyr Power Walk.
This is a bi-directional farmer's walk in the classical sense. The in-course, 2 325-pound dumbbells. The out-course, 2 352-pound dumbbells.
And in our first contest, we have Christian Savoie, and he'll be facing Agris Kazelniks.
Now you take a look at these dumbbells. These are the classic non-rotating barbells that were used by the old-time strongmen. They, of course, have the farmer's walk handles welded to them.
Wow, look at Savoie go.
Wow, Savoie is just ripping down the course. Of course, he's very, very well known for his strength in the farmer's walk and the wheelbarrow, Steve.
He's doing well, and Kazelniks is not doing quite as well so far.
Now, the second set are indeed heavier. The 30-meter course is...
look at them go. Wow, Savoie way ahead.
They're painted a copper color.
And look at that, a distance of 17.1 meters for Kozelniks. Savoie still going. He's giving it everything he has, and Kozelniks coming over to help motivate him.
You'll notice the guys have very different technique here. Some of them can get the implements up very easily. Some of them can run with them very easily.
Well, you know, you always learn from your mistakes, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try not to make those mistakes that I made last year.
Last year, Mark Felix had a devastating occurrence in the Farmer's Walk. He didn't get one of the implements over the line in time, and he had a lot of trouble lifting both of them back over. He lost valuable time.
So, you know, I've been, you know, have a strong mindset about those events, so I'm looking forward to it.
So remember that, Steve, eh?
Okay, I'm not going to forget it. We got Terry Hollins here to face Felix.
Well, Felix definitely won't make that same mistake. So you have to get both implements completely over the finish line. And if one of them doesn't get over, you have to pick them both up. And they're allowed as many drops as they want. Okay?
Got it. Well, look at this race so far. Both men starting off well. And there's Felix, and let's see. Oh, yes, no doubt about it. Takes him over by about a meter.
Grip is not an issue here for Mark Felix. His hands are so large that those big non-rotating handles are like nothing for him.
He's carrying them like they are nothing. And look at that. He's running. He's practically running. Look at that. It's like he's carrying 2 fridges and hustling.
That's 700-pound total weight. These guys are moving so quickly.
Oh, look at that. He finishes 41.38 seconds. Great time.
I believe that's going to be the time to beat.
And Hollins finishes at 49.40 meters. Doesn't complete the course. And our next 2 competitors, we've got Pfister and Murumets.
Pfister back in the day was an incredible farmer's walker.
Well, this should be a good battle. They're both off to good starts here.
Yeah, and Murumets is definitely one of the top in the world today.
Wow, look at that. They're neck and neck so far.
Both moving very well here. This is a tremendous test of total body strength. It works every major muscle group of the body. You're walking.
Wow, he did the first part less than 15 seconds. Unbelievable time.
A lot of axial pressure here. It feels like your shoulders are being pulled out of their sockets on the way down.
Wow, what unbelievable strength these guys have. And Murumets in the lead by a bit here.
Look at Murumets go. What performance here.
Oh, great time. 40.59 seconds.
That's the new time to beat, I believe, Steve.
Oh, that's a super time. And here comes Pfister. No slouch at 47.48 seconds.
Finishes as well. Tremendous time. Let's hear what they have to say. That was a tremendous course for both men.
Andrus, you didn't drop the implements once, Phil. Neither did you. Do you have a few comments for us?
I must run because Phil chasing me.
Phil, was it true? Were you chasing Andrus?
You know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I was one of the best, one of the fastest with Farmer's Walk. Now there are a dozen guys who can do this course. You know, half a dozen guys. The bar goes up every year, and Andrus is right at the top.
Well, Phil, you look to be near the top, too.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Canada. Thanks, Canada.
2 great competitors there. And here's another 2 great competitors. We've got Ортмаер and Kokляев.
This is interesting. U.S. versus Russia. The Cold War's on again, eh, Steve?
East versus West. You got it. Let's see what happens here. Again, both men off to a quick start.
You have to feel this event to understand it, Steve. Let me tell you, it's like you're carrying these suitcase style, but you're walking, so you're undulating, you're oscillating back and forth.
I imagine balance is key here, Sam.
Absolutely, it's key. Grip as well.
Well, they're neck and neck, both getting ready for the next ones.
Here comes the 2 352-pound barbells. And you think that at the World's Strongest Man contest back in the late 80s, they were using 90 kilograms per hand, 198 pounds per hand. This is nearly double.
Unbelievable development of these guys. The strength just keeps getting more and more each year. And Ортмаер doing a good job. He's got a lead on Kokляев.
That's right. That's 700 pounds in total that they're carrying there. They're walking.
And he finishes. Ортмаер with a time of 58.49 seconds. And Kokляев doesn't finish the course, 49.245 meters.
Here's Derek Pauндстон. He's got to make up some lost points.
Important for him.
So he's really got to put the pedal to the metal here because he's still behind Zydrunas, and he wants to keep his title as strongest man on earth.
And he's facing Brian Shaw. And he's third in the standings. So this should be a great match between two guys up at the top of the standings. Wow, and two good friends as well.
Absolutely, two very, very classy athletes. Great representatives for the sport.
These guys are neck and neck.
Look at the technique here, Derek Pauндстон. Small, quick steps, not oscillating much in his upper body, keeping his arms to his sides nicely, not using any extra energy. Same with Shaw. Shaw's moving well for a very tall man.
Pauндстон, 38.08 seconds.
That is an unbelievable performance in this farmer's walk.
A great time. Shaw trying to complete the course. Important that he completes it.
Well, Shaw has comported himself so well in this contest.
Shaw must finish this course in order to keep his standing.
Let's see what he can do here. He's not far from the finish line.
All right, thinking alike. Here it is. This should do it.
Just a little more. There we go.
He finishes 69.46 seconds.
Tremendous effort by the near 400-pounder.
It looks like you're really trying to put the pressure on Zydrunas.
Well, it's not over till it's over. This is a good event for me. You know, I'm lucky. The guys that competed last year, the weights are heavy, but those apparatus are a lot harder than they look. They're the hardest set of farmers I've ever done in my life.
And we've got a big battle here. We've got the Big Z facing Louis-Philippe Jean.
And you know, so far, this contest has been Big Z's. He's been doing fantastic on every event. This has truly been his contest. He got off to a great start so far, and he hasn't looked back since.
He hasn't made any mistakes as of yet.
Go.
He's hustling, Sam.
Running with those 325s. Louis-Philippe Jean is keeping good pace.
Wow, but tough to keep up with Savickas.
He dropped just before the halfway mark.
Oh, a little stumble there. And both men
neck.
Even. And Zydrunas should win this one if he doesn't make any mistakes, Sam.
Oh, we shall see here. That was a foreboding event there, dropping that 325s.
Well, let's see if it affects him.
See how beautiful technique getting them off the ground.
Both men off to a good start in the second half here.
Oh, geez, I wonder what happened there.
Wow.
Looks like maybe a grip issue. That's surprising.
Oh, the Big Z stumbling.
Louis-Philippe Jean is
time in this competition.
I was about to say he's running off into the sunset, but he's not. He's had to put down as well. So Zydrunas is having problems.
Louis-Philippe Jean.
This could be the opportunity that Pauндстон is looking for. He's been chasing Big Z this entire contest, and this is the mistake he's been waiting for.
Wow, he could be back in the game. LP Jean is doing very well.
And we see the shrinking size.
And LP finishes 71.91 seconds.
And Big Z did not finish the course. Look at that.
Wow, 49.5 meters.
Ooh, he's going to lose some points there. He's been winning these events almost exclusively.
And the standings for this event, Derek Pauндстон takes it, gets the 14 points. He's followed by Mürjemets, Felix, Pfister, Ортмаер, Shaw, Jean, and Savoie.
Minu nimi on Andrus Murumets. Ma olen Eesti tugevam mees, paljude rahvusvaheliste võistluste võitja ja te vaatate Fortissimus 2009.
As Andrew said, stay tuned for more Strongman. And we go to event number 9, the Iron Mind Overhead World Challenge.
I absolutely love this event, Steve. This is the one-hand overhead medley. It's the second half of the overhead medley.
Next up is Mikhail Kokляев. Wow, got the first one up quick. Look at him go, Sam.
Incredible snatches there. Just One-handed snatches. Look at that. That's his Olympic lifting background coming into play.
Wow,
look at that.
He's very unique in the way he's doing this, Sam.
It's a muscle snatch, we call that. Look at that. Whoop. Just couldn't quite lock it out there.
Wow. Don't try this at home, folks.
So he's opted for the clean and press. Push press. Oh.
He changes strategies with the heavier weights.
Remember, this is the 9th event. They're very, very tired. It's been 2 days of competition. Look at that beautiful push jerk there.
All right, he's still going, giving it a great effort here at Kokляев. And look at this, the crowd's behind him.
I believe that's the 215.
And he does it.
Beautiful push jerk there again. Nice technique. He's finally found his rhythm. Here comes the big one.
Now it's the big seven, folks.
It's 225 pounds, clean to the shoulder. One arm, let's see if he can push jerk it. Dip and drive.
And oh, so close.
So close.
He's asking if he has any time left. He does.
Didn't quite get the elbow locked out there. He almost had it, Steve. That's as close as you can get.
He's not quitting. He's giving it another shot.
Here he goes again. He's right-handed. Dip and drive. Didn't stabilize
not to be, and that should do it. He lifts 6. A good time, 52.08 seconds.
Wow, that was quite a performance.
Misha, that was incredible. True to your roots. You used a beautiful snatch and then power jerk technique on the dumbbell overhead.
I can make the result much better. I have little injury in my arm. I make fingers in Norway. It was 7th of June, and now my arm not walk to 100%, you know.
And here we've got Travis Ортмаyer ready to go.
Very dynamic, has Olympic lifting experience. Watch this. There you go. Beautiful muscle snatch. Here comes the left arm. Oh, just lost his grip on it there. Watch this. Beautiful muscle snatch.
Done.
Here comes 175. Oh, he's opted to push press.
Okay.
So a push press is 1 knee bend. The push jerk or power jerk is 2 knee bends.
Well, he's got a lot of determination here, Sam. He's after it.
I believe he's at the 205 now.
He's going so fast, can't keep track, but there it is.
He's very athletic. He's using both hands equally. That's the 215.
Wow, look at that. He's mad, he's ready.
He did very well in this event last year.
Wow, look at this. Maybe he'll be the first guy to lift the 7th one. He won this event last year, Sam.
Watch this.
Let's see.
Look at that. Beautiful elbow lock. He gets it.
All 7, 54.5 seconds.
And the first competitor to do so, too. Beautiful.
Great job.
Watch the technique here. Pull 225 to the shoulder. Dip, push, double dip. Beautiful power jerk there. Beautiful technique.
Last year, it was just the first 6 implements. Only 3 guys got it. And what do they decide to do? Add another one. These guys are crazy, but hey, I couldn't let it beat me, so 2 years in a row, finished all the implements. I'm really happy with that.
Okay.
Here's Kazel Nix having a little bit of trouble there. Managed to get 4 implements.
In 85.55 seconds.
Marku, the fire hydrant Marku.
He does 4 in 79.06.
It's almost a strict press there. Wow, here's Louis-Philippe Jean. A lot of tricep there. You see how the arm is extended back.
And Louis-Philippe does 6 in 84.78.
Great overhead pressers, Jean.
Je m'attendais pas mieux. 150, normalement, je snatch.
He thought he was going to do better. Normally, he snatches the 150.
And here's Terry Hollins.
Good brace. Drive.
He manages 4 in 32.62. Christian Savoie up next. Some problems. Only 3 in 21 and change.
Here comes Mark Felix.
And Mark Felix also only 3.07.
Nice press out there.
And here's Derek Pauндстон. He is in the lead. He's got to hold on to that lead and have a great performance here, Sam.
He knows, though, Big Z is a very strong overhead presser, so he's got to get this here because Big Z will probably get it.
And this is the big 7 right here. Can he do it?
225. Oh,
he must do it.
He lost his brace there.
I have no idea. I've got the world record. I've pressed a 202-pound dumbbell 15 times in 90 seconds. I have no idea what happened. None.
These guys are tired. It's the 9th event.
He's surprised he couldn't do it, but here's Murjamets. Let's see if he can do it.
Look at that snatch. That wasn't even funny. If he didn't hang on to that, it would have gone into orbit.
Wow, he was basically tossing it up there.
And that's a muscle snatch. You see, he doesn't even do it all that fast. He just kind of lifts it up.
No technique involved in that first one. Just throws it up there.
Oh, there's some technique, but just it's very smooth.
There you go. It's a hidden technique. Whatever it is, he's doing it. Look at that.
Nice.
Good job. Great time so far.
Still using his right arm.
6th dumbbell.
You got to really have it braced well if you want to make good use of your leg drive. Otherwise, you'll lose the stability.
And here's the big one, the big 7.
The 225.
Can he do it? And
so
very
close.
Look at that. So far, only Ортмаер has done it.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, he does 6. A great time, though, 38.14 seconds.
Absolutely, very well done.
And here is the big Z.
We know.
He is 1/2 point back at Pаундстон. He's got to get 7. That would catapult him into the lead.
Fantastic. Look at that. He strict presses the 150 like it's nothing. There's the 175. Look at that. Here comes the 195. Practically a strict press again. Here comes 205.
He is determined. He's moving. He knows he has to get 7.
Only a little knee kick there. Look at that.
Pаундстон left the door open.
And he's tied Pаундстон, and he's done it very quickly. If he gets this, he's going to move into the lead again.
Look at this. He's got it.
Oh,
he
my goodness.
He takes over the lead. 37.19 seconds. Does all 7.
Fantastic performance. You wonder what's going through Pаундstone's mind.
What was going through your mind just before you hit the 225?
That I must lift only one thing.
Are you satisfied with your speed?
It's not so bad, not so good. We'll see.
Congratulations, Big Z.
Thank you.
And Zydrunas wins this important event. He takes 14 points. He's followed by Ортмаер, Murjamets, Kokляев, Shaw, Pfister, Pаундстон, and Jean.
A disastrous performance for Pаундстон.
I guess my biggest hope in Fortissimus is just that I have something left in the tank for the 10th and final event, the natural boulders. Because if there were any one event that brought me here, it's the 10th and final event, lifting the natural stones. So.
And it ain't over until the stone hits the ground. And that stone is the 530-pound Louis Cyr or Derek Pаундстone that was lifted by Derek Pаундстone last year in his victory.
Our final event after this.
I think last year the ending of Fortissimus was something that, you know, one of those storybook sort of fairy tale endings, you know.
Look at this! Look at this! He did it! Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
And in the end, I had to load that last stone, and I sat there and I watched every single athlete try and load it, and I was able to sort of develop a technique that I thought would be the only successful way to load it. In the end, the guy with the plan is the guy who ends up winning.
And this is it, the final battle, event number 10, the King of Stone.
This is the second part of the Slater Stone Challenge. 4 natural stones this year instead of 3, culminating with that Louis Cyr 530-pound natural stone.
And we lead it off with Christian Savoy, who did 3 stones in 75.17 seconds.
It's a fantastic performance.
Le monde sont ici. Regarde, on a un public extraordinaire.
Extraordinary public here.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, Quebec.
And Mark Felix is up next. And he does 3 stones, also in 64.25 seconds. That's the 3rd stone, and let's check the time. 40.28 seconds, pretty good time.
Again, no one's been able to get that 4th stone up to now.
Guys, I think you're the top in the world, and I'm happy to be against you.
And Phil Pfister's up next.
Phil Pfister loves the natural stones. Let's see what he can do here.
That's his third stone, and he does it in 51.46 seconds. And here's Kokляев.
Kokляев having a little trouble there with that stone. He's bracing it against the podium.
He's struggling to get that third one up. Smiling a little bit.
Pulls a Michael Jordan.
48.05 seconds for 3.
No one's got that fourth stone yet, Steve.
And we're back with Brian Shaw. He's working on the third stone.
That third stone weighs 450 pounds, nicknamed the Dinny Stone, after the Dinny Stones of Scotland.
And he's got it up there. He's trying for 4. Here it is. He's trying for the next one. Let's see if he can get the big one up there.
That's the 530-pound Louis Cyr / Derek Poundstone. Oh, just not enough time.
Doesn't do it. 3 and 31.8 seconds.
He had it in a good position, though, Steve. Let's see what he has to say about that.
Yeah, you know, that's a stone like that is a lot about your hand position and getting the right grip. You know, I honestly believe I can handle that weight, and I'm coming back and I'm loading that thing. I guarantee it.
You know, you still might just see one person load that last stone. That's me. I think that you'll see Zydrunas really try for redemption and load that last one. I mean, he said it was impossible last year. You know, you could see the look on his face, and he said, well, impossible. So we'll see. I mean, I think he's someone that I expect to give it a really good run for its money, but I'm very confident in my ability to load it again.
And the pressure is on Derek Poundstone. He must do it. He must beat the Big Z in this event.
Well, the pressure's on him because he's got his name attached to that stone now. He's lifted it once, and he wants to do it again. You heard him. He's very confident. There's the 350 Joe Montferrand stone. Here comes the 400-pound Barrajon stone, named after Barrajon brothers.
Well, he's got the first one up. He's got the second one up, Sam.
Here comes the 450-pound Dinny stone.
He's under pressure to do a good time and also to do 4 stones.
Now watch the technique here. Very much like an Atlas stone. Pulls it to his thighs, extends up, gets it on the platform.
He's got it up there, and he's got a pretty good time going.
Here it comes.
He's got to do this one.
Now, Big Z has not gone yet. Remember that. Look at that.
Know what the Z will do.
He's got the psychological edge in that he's done it before.
He knows he can do it. The crowd knows he can do it. Let's see. Let's hear it. Let's see.
Oh no.
Doesn't do it. 3 and 30.25 seconds.
That's a surprise for Derek.
Wow, he looks a little stunned.
That added stone makes it so I just didn't have enough. Last year it was 3. This year it's 4. So it's hard to try and load that thing when your energy's a little lower, so you gotta be 110% to load that monster.
And here's the Big Z.
Now, unless he makes a big mistake, he's got this contest in the bag, but he's gonna want to go for that 4th stone because Derek lifted it last year.
Well, there you go. So he wants to prove something. He's not content just to win. He wants to prove something to the fans.
Look at the ease with which he's lifting these stones. Just one motion, ripped from the ground. This one's a little tougher. The 450-pound Dinny stone.
He's got 3 up there, and that time should be good enough. But let's see if he can do the 4th one.
He's going to give it a go. What a sportsman. What a competitor.
Wow, the crowd wants him to do it. Everybody's pulling.
Look at that. Great pull.
Doesn't happen, but a great time for 3, 18.59 seconds.
That was a fantastic run on the natural stones for Big Z.
And there it is, folks. Event number 10. The Big Z takes it. He's followed by Poundstone, Shaw, Jean, Kokляев, Pfister, Felix, and Savoie.
Prizes are ready to be given out. The scorekeepers are calculating the final scores. They're texting the results all over the world right now.
And we have a new Fortissimus champion, Zydrunas Savickas. He's followed by Poundstone, Shaw, Ортмаер, Kokляев, Pfister, Murumets, and Jean.
They're followed by Hollins, Felix, Savoie, Kazanix, Marco, and Boyer. And we have a new strongest man on earth, and it is Big Z Zydrunas Savickas.
It wasn't my best contest, but you know, I came out and it was a good battle between the 3 of us. I know we're all sort of breathing on each other's necks. I wish I could have made it a little better nail biter at the end. I would have loved to load that stone. That's why I gave it a couple of goes. You know, I love this sport. This goes to show you, I just love picking up heavy crap all the time, you know.
Yeah, I feel very good. I have a new one trophy in my collection. I am happy. It was a very hard contest, one of the hardest in my life, and I'm very happy to win this.
What an incredible contest, Steve. Fortissimus cements its reputation as the greatest strongman contest on earth, and Savickas cements his reputation as the strongest man on earth.
For Super Sam Dubé, I'm Steve Besner. Thanks for watching Fortissimus 2009. See you next time.
The first stone weighs 350 pounds.
And there's Louis-Philippe Jean.